What is up, everybody? This is Kyle from the TF Review here with a review of Transformers Dark of the Moon, Michael Bay's third and most recent entry in the Transformers live-action movie series. This movie had a lot of hype that is going to be the Transformers film of all Transformers film. Now, does the film live up to the hype? Well, I'm about to tell you a little bit later. There's going to be a lot of spoilers, so spoiler alert, and I hope you enjoy my review. So basically, Dark of the Moon tells the story of how some ancient Cybertronian technology escaped the war on Cybertron, along with Sentinel Prime, played by Leonard Nimoy, whom is a genius and the only person capable of activating this technology. You later find out that the technology is a space bridge and the Decepticons have already stolen it from Sentinel's crashed ship on the moon. Sentinel made a deal with Megatron and was left on the ship awaiting the arrival of the Autobots, whom carry the only technology to bring Transformers back to life, using Optimus's matrix of leadership. Once brought back to life, Sentinel turns against the Autobots and uses the space bridge to bring Cybertron to Earth in order to utilize its resources and enslave humanity to restore Cybertron. Of course, there are a few subplots with Dylan, played by Patrick Dempsey, whom also makes an agreement with the Decepticons to use Carly to get to Sam, to get to Optimus, to find out what the Autobots' plan of action is once Sentinel Prime turns the nation against the Autobots and exiles them. There's also the plot with Epps, played by Tyrese Gibson, who forms a group of refugee nest members who try to infiltrate Chicago, where the space bridge controls Sentinel Prime, Megatron, Shockwave, Sam, Carly, Dylan, the Autobots, and the entire Decepticon army randomly end up. Dark of the Moon is such a major improvement over Revenge of the Fallen, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It's not perfect, but the steady mix of action and drama was more than enough to keep me on the edge of my seat for the length of the film. It did feel a bit long, and the ending felt very rushed. In the first two films after the fight scene at the end, you saw the resolution and was followed by a totally different epilogue scene. Optimus looking into the horizon in the first film, and him and Sam standing together on the U.S. aircraft carrier in the second. Basically, immediately after the fight scene ended, the villains were dead. Optimus started saying his epilogue standing on the remnants of a war zone, missing an arm, with dead robots all around him. It was a very poor way to cap off the trilogy. I really liked a lot of the new characters. Mirage was awesome, Q was actually a lot better than I was expecting, and Laserbeak, oh my gosh, did Laserbeak steal the show the first half of the movie. He was so epic. I really liked the way Michael Bay portrayed Laserbeak as sort of this heartless stealth assassin bird. Shockwave didn't have much of an appearance in this movie. He was in it for maybe 3 or 4 scenes tops, and he had a total of 1 line, which was the word Optimus at the very beginning of the movie when they revealed him. And the reveal, while it was awesome, it just felt like, okay, here's Shockwave, he's a badass, now everybody be afraid of him. And pretty much that's the way it worked. I really wish he had a bigger presence in the movie. The marketing boys definitely did a good job making it feel like that. But he was still really badass nonetheless. And Carly, Sam's new girlfriend, played by Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, was such an improvement over Megan Fox. I did not expect to like her as much as I did. She was likable, she was smart, she wasn't a criminal. She added like a whole new dimension to the movie that Megan Fox didn't. So I'm very, very impressed. Not to mention she is smoking hot. So good job, Michael Bay, on casting this new girl. Also, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm about to talk about, but I really wanted to find out what happened with Wheelie and Brains at the end after they crashed the ship. I'm not sure if it was something that was addressed during the credits or maybe after the movie, but I wanted to know if they lived. That was something that definitely kind of disappointed me. Despite the fact that I didn't really like the way they ended it, I think if you look in the broader picture, Dark of the Moon as a whole was definitely a great way to end the trilogy. It had the most drama, it had the most action. The action was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. The scene with Mirage and Bumblebee going down the highway being chased by the crankcase Chevy SUVs, that was probably the most intense scene I've ever seen. I really like Dark of the Moon. I highly recommend seeing it. I also want to touch up on how awesome the 3D is. See it in 3D, definitely. And overall, my final score for Dark of the Moon is 8.5 out of 10. One really awesome thing that happened while I was at the movie theater was I was wearing my my G1 t-shirt, and before the movie theater guy, I don't know what he was, he walked out and he said, "Everybody wearing a Transformers t-shirt, step up." So me and 2 other people walked up, and he did a popularity contest and had the audience cheer for I don't know, for whoever they liked the most. And I won. Let me see. I won full-sized Dark of the Moon movie poster, and it's got printing on the back, which is for when they illuminate it in the back. So this is a legit movie poster, which is awesome. Definitely a big surprise. I'm very happy with it. I might frame it because movie poster frames are pretty cheap at Michael's. And yeah, so go see it. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at the TF Review. And thanks for watching. I hope you guys all like Transformers Dark of the Moon. I certainly did. Thanks.